Let me just tell you that editing this and recording this was a pain. Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359, welcoming you back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time, we arrived in the 100-acre woods with a lonely Pooh, and managed to help him get both honey and be reunited with Piglet. Now I forget which item we got, because let me just tell you that it's been a bit weird lately, but a new page has restored itself, so let's head on down there. Now, as was the last episode, this is post-commentary, and today is January 1st, 2013. Yes, this is the episode that is supposed to be premiering today. Why am I recording this so late, and why am I doing that? Because it was easier for me to do the rest of the 100 Acre Wood, because this one had the most translating to do. Anyway, I started messing with these pumpkins, and I got a potion. You can try that. And basically, I lather, rinse, and repeat. So this is basically the time I can talk about the stuff. When it comes to the 100 Acre Wood in general, it's really difficult to translate a lot of this, especially this one, because this one was so full of translation that I had to do. And I was just trying to record post commentary a bit ago, but something happened and everything got out of sync. It was playing it out of sync. It was weird. Anyway, I didn't get anything else, and I tried the same with the cabbages, but unfortunately I got nothing. It should be said, though, that this is the last episode I am doing post-commentary for Final Mix, because after this is live commentary for the game, which is good, because I found that it was a bit more natural. And I recorded next week's episodes all through that. There's actually going to be an episode on Saturday next week, believe it or not. And then I'm going to be doing the rest of the bonus stuff and everything, because we're close to the end of the game. But, man. Stop trying to hit the cabbage. See, so far it's been all nice and hunky-dory, just destroying a garden. Pop. And there we go. That's how you clear a field. Anyway, say in the comments if there's any chests or something I'm missing, because I don't think there is. Anyway, there is a letter inside the mailbox. It is from Pooh. And it is asking if he can come over to have some honey, actually. That's why I didn't translate that. Anyway, hey Pooh, hey Piglet. Huh. Doesn't seem to be home, huh? The house is saying nobody's home? Anyway, nobody? Nobody! The house seems very affirmative that nobody is home. So, let's investigate, shall we? I don't know. Wait. Isn't that breaking and entering? And I'm the new one, the only sensible one to actually use the door. Of course, I barged in without even asking. It is very disrespectful. Okay, for that translation, I was kind of weird with that one, I will admit. That's not good. If you talk to Pooh, he'll actually say if there's honey or not. But what's this? You little liar. Telling Pooh not to eat all of the honey is a near impossibility. It's like trying to keep me away from a California burrito from Lucitas. It's a futile effort, but eventually I will end up eating it. Now I'm hungry. think he is. Please stop. That one was a fun one to translate, I have to say. Anyway, I ended up talking to... for some of these smaller dialogue ones, I didn't translate them because there's still a lot more translating that had to be done. Basically, Pooh's just saying how he loves eating honey. You know how Pooh is with honey. So, what you do now is we leave, and I abruptly cut because something happened in my recording. Sorry. Anyway, let's... Uh-oh. What happened? What's wrong, Piglet? Deja vu from the movie. Don't know. I didn't translate this because he was basically saying... Rabbit's basically saying this is what happens when he eats all the honey. And then basically Rabbit just complaining about his house. They need some... Wait, that's the same exact... That is the same exact dialogue text box that is actually outside that I just translate in the next, like, 15 seconds, actually. Hey, Pooh. He has honey on the brain. No. See, this is exactly what he was saying when we were inside. I didn't realize that. Carrots. Okay, I've never heard of Carrot Top juice in my life. Hopefully it's not the comedian. Or, I can't remember. Like, you guys know of Carrot Top, right? Used to be really skinny, white, ginger. Uh-oh. And then he suddenly got really buff and he looks all weird. Yes, it's my favorite character ever! Wow, that's destructive. Wow, the cabbages grew back fast.
Ooh. Hey there! Name's Tigger! T-I-double-G-R. That spells Tigger.
I love Tigger.
Well now, I don't think I've ever seen you before.
I've been bounced.
Hello, Tigger. You've just bounced my new friend, Sora.
Hey, Pooh! Say, you're looking mighty uncomfy today. Is that some new exercise? Why, bouncing around is a lot more fun.
Well, why do you bounce around so much, Tigger?
Why? 'Cause bouncing's what Tiggers do best. Speaking of which, my bouncing spot has gone and disappeared. So for now, this will be my new bouncing ground.
I don't think Rabbit's gonna like that. That is not good. That's even worse. Alright, that seems like a plan. Now comes when Owl will come down and tell us about a mini-game, which I will be talking about personally because, like I said, when you translate so much you get tired and want to kill yourself. Basically, we need to stop him from bouncing on the parrots. If he bounces on them twice, they are buried and we are unable to get them. So, there's one. And there's two. So we have to stop him from bouncing on the carrots at least twice. If he jumps on them once, we're okay. Alright, Owl, that is how we do it. I kind of regret not translating this a bit, but... What... You could see why I got discouraged after all I had to do. I always dreaded behind the woods. Anyway, one other thing. If we need to, we can use the rush command to rush to where Tigger is going to be and stop him from jumping on it right there. So, it's effective to use rush, but don't rely on it. So, alright, now the minigame begins. We have 1 minute to stop Tigger. Each time we stop him, we get a little counter up in the upper left-hand corner. I ended up sucking on this. The end score is multiplied. Well, they add 2 to the end score, and then they multiply it by, I would assume, 10, but sometimes it varies. And what we do for that is, we need to get, as long as he doesn't bounce on all of them, we're fine. However, to get the best results, what we need to do is we need to get at least a score of 150. I didn't get a score of 150, but I'll explain more of that actually in Friday's video. Actually, I fully explained it, because that was actually kind of a long episode for you guys. I know from the future! Even though last night was New Year's. Ugh, all I did last night was record. No parties for Roxas. You can see how much I messed up. But, we got a score of 9. They added 3 on. And 108. I think it's multiplied by the amount of carrots that are left.
Hey, you kept up pretty good there, Sora. Especially for a non-Tigger. Let's
You
have
know
another
it.
Go.
You're welcome. Yeah, we probably should make it at once. Yay! I get to relax. Right? And before I do that, gotta make sure I pull up some of his cabbages. I forgot that I did this, actually. I'm gonna try to avoid post-commentary in the future, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what I was doing. Like I said, gonna try to avoid doing post-commentary in the future. I don't like it. Alright. So now what do we do? Okay, that seems simple. Just a little push. Got it. Alright. So, time to pop on out. Whoop. That is not a little push, and... Ooh. Not my fault. Piglet did it.
Oh, bother. Oh, where am I? It's ever so dark in here. Well, it isn't so bad, I suppose. There is plenty of honey.
He always has honey on the brain. But, there we go. A torn page is turned into an item. We received a mithril shard. And with that, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359, and I'll see you guys next time when there is actual live commentary.